Dramatic news. We just got word just before starting the show that the, I believe, 14th highest profile guy at Fox News, Eric Bolling, is gone.
All right, you ready for this?
Gentlemen, we got him.
Down goes Bolling! Down goes Bolling! Bolling over and out.
So if you had Eric Bolling in your pool at work for Fox News host that will go down next for sexually harassing his female coworkers, no, it's not Shep Smith. He's still a good guy, apparently. It is Eric Bolling. 14 sources revealed to the Huffington Post about a month ago, I believe, that at least 3 current and former Fox colleagues of his said that he had sent them inappropriate text messages, including photos of male genitalia, although importantly, no clarification yet of whether it was his genitalia. It might have been from his collection. I have no idea.
And we don't know that yet, and we don't know if he was using a body double.
He's probably gonna sue me now, by the way, because he did sue them for publishing that story, or said that he was going to.
Well, he has time to sue now, so I would be concerned.
But they only had 14 sources, so and
that's the best part of that. There are 14 sources.
Which sounds like fake news to me.
Yeah. So if he's gone, and I don't know if he used a body double like Saddam did. We don't know whose particular penis it was, but we do know that he did send the penis pictures. At least Fox News knows it enough to have let him go. And they said, we enjoyed his 10 years of work. We did not enjoy his penis pictures. He will no longer be appearing on Fox News. The show that he was hosting, such as it was, The Specialists, are now out. And
I've never heard of that show before.
And you will not either going forward. It was one of the shortest shows in cable news history, thanks God, which by the way is something they apparently said about the pictures as well. Anyways, okay.
You couldn't resist.
I couldn't
resist.
And finally, I want you guys have some context. If you think like, oh, Fox News, some of the right wingers might think, oh, they're becoming liberal and now they're just getting rid of all their conservative hosts because of political correctness. No, that's not remotely true. They're doing very lengthy investigations to find out who actually did it and didn't do it. So for example, there's been like loose talk of, just because it's online, about Sean Hannity. Nobody's ever charged Sean Hannity with a damn thing, and it's nonsense. It's just like people throwing stuff at him because he works at Fox News. Sean Hannity has a million other problems, but this isn't one of them. So it's not like they're targeting random hosts. No, they're targeting people who actually did do it. And by the way, not every investigation shows the sexual harassment happened. For example, there was a lot of payouts to a lot of women who apparently were very badly sexually harassed, and some who actually had sexual relations with people like Roger Ailes, etc. But they did not give any money, and they did not settle with Andrea Tantaros. And they said, no, that one isn't true. It didn't happen. We'll go to court. We'll fight it all day long for as long as it takes, because that isn't true.
Well, and who knows what'll end up happening.
Yeah, and we don't know. They'll go to court. We'll find out. But there's a lot of sources that we know of, that others know of, and certainly Fox News apparently thinks, and their parent corporation thinks that didn't happen. She's just looking to cash in. That's their point of view. Yeah. Now, on the same day, Charles Payne, who was also investigated for sexual harassment on Fox Business Network, another very conservative host on Fox News, has been cleared. News Corp saying he did not do it, and he's now back on air. So this is not a witch hunt. It's not random. It's not towards conservatives. It's not a political agenda. It's not political correctness. It's actual investigations. Did you actually sexually harass people?
Well, and I mean, I guess it's interesting whether it's a witch hunt or not, but they did it. The ones who did it did it. So regardless of whether it's a witch hunt or not, it's a culture of perversion basically inside of Fox News.
There's a good old
culture
boys
of privilege, and yeah, it's these guys. I mean, look, if you just listen to what they say about themselves and their values, you'd think, oh my God, how they're married. How are they sending dick pics? But if you think about it for 3 seconds, of course there's gonna be pervasive sexual harassment. It's a bunch of guys who hire the exact sort of women that they're interested in having sex with. We know Roger Ailes, that's his entire strategy that he's talked about before. And then they sit there and they think that they have the power over these women's careers, because in a lot of cases they do, because of how competitive the industry is. And so they abuse it. And that's why so many of them are falling down. And some of them, like you say, Sean Hannity, apparently there's no evidence. But would you really be that surprised in the end? No, there's no evidence.
No, I would be surprised, because guys, look, I only partly agree with you, John. I think that if it's like the conservatives who like look at the good old days, etc. You could say there's some evidence there because in the good old days they used to sexually harass women.
I'm talking about like the strategy of like we're gonna require that women wear dresses. They not only do they have to wear dresses, they have to have their legs visible on camera. They have to wear simple unicolor dresses because the vision of the average Fox audience would get distracted by that or something. Like the person who sets that up as the concept for a channel is a person who cannot be trusted around those female employees. And he is going to hire people of a similar mindset.
I'm not sure I agree. I'll just break it down real quick into 3 categories. They want to remind people of 1955 because their audience grew up in 1955. So the unit colors and how they dress, etc., whatever, I view that as no evidence. The fact that they look at 1955 with some nostalgia, not because of their childhood, that's perfectly normal, but because of like, the good old days when we were in charge and could do whatever we want. I view that as some evidence, but small evidence. A lot of people might think that way, but not act upon it. Roger Ailes' entire career was bathed in sexual harassment. Dozens of women came forward for over decades and decades.
Pre-Fox News.
Way before Fox News. So when you say that guy leading Fox News set up a culture of sexual harassment, that's overwhelming evidence. And there, I wouldn't be surprised if whoever already had that proclivity, Bill O'Reilly, Eric Bolling, wind up partaking in it. It doesn't mean everybody there is in favor of it. It certainly doesn't mean all conservatives are in favor of it. They might have a little bit of, some might have a little nostalgia towards it, but doing something is completely different. And yes, you're right. The most important part is Ailes set that culture up and basically said, now nobody's gonna punish me because I'm the one who's running things. Hence, no one's going to punish you for doing the same exact thing. And it is no surprise that it turns out a lot of them did that same exact thing, including Eric Bolling with the penis pictures, and now he's out.
Yeah.
And I've told the kids, the penis pictures, the men, we send these penis pictures, I guess, thinking that turns women on. It's ridiculous. Women are not turned on by that to begin with, but Bolling is all hot and heavy, and so he starts thinking this will be the kind of thing that'll drive her nuts. And it drove him to the exits. I mean, that's just what happens. I mean, that is about the lewdest thing. There's no rationalizing that, right? Once you sent those.
Look,
pics.
I'm hoping that one side effect of Eric Bolling leaving Fox News is that we never again have to say or hear the phrase Eric Bolling was hot and heavy. We're done with it. We're moving past it.
It's amazing that they think it works. I wonder if it's ever worked. I mean, I can see it working in a context, and don't take this the wrong way. You might. I don't know. I probably shouldn't say it here. I'm about to say it.
I already don't want to hear it.
That in the context of Grindr, perhaps it works. Right?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like if you sent pictures of boobs to guys, it would work.
Right.
If you
no, men are different.
Right. Men are
visual,
wired different. Right. But for women, has it ever been like, oh, this guy at work sent me his penis, and it looks really pretty.
Yeah.
Like, even though I had not thought of it before, I'm gonna go for this.
No.
Just on the attractiveness of this penis alone. Like, I don't know that has ever worked in human history.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't send pictures of your erections to anybody.
Yeah, and that goes out to all of the remaining male hosts at Fox News.
Right.
Just as a general rule.
Pro tip.
I know you think it's funny, Gutfeld. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Watch the Young Turks commercial free. Download it or stream it. Watch it any way you like at tytnetwork.com/join.